All right, what's going on, guys? It's a beautiful day here in Charleston. Sun is shining, sky is blue, but it's about 40 degrees. It's a little chilly and by the water right now, so I'm a little bundled up. I just want to make a video. This is going to be a more stripped back, raw video than I've made before. Kind of just me talking about some things that I've been thinking about a lot lately. As you know, I've shared that I'm really trying hard to come back into this whole creativity world and, you know, post more and be more consistent. But something that's really been nagging at me, and especially since I made the last video that I just posted, is I've been dealing with a lot of imposter syndrome. Because I've had a rough handful of years that I'm still navigating through. But sometimes when I write an outline for a video and I sit down and I talk to the camera and I share things. So I just got done filming a shot, and in the course of filming it, I was like, I just had this like weird, like, what the hell am I doing? I just have this overwhelming imposter, like, who am I to give advice to people when I myself go through so much shit and I'm trying to dig myself out of my own hole? Like, who are you, Jordan, to sit down and tell other people how to live their own life or give advice on life or mental health or this or that? Now, I will say that when I go into making a video, I really try to take the approach of just a more human approach, you know, just sharing things that have helped me. Because the thing is, I have gone through a lot of shit and I've done a lot of trial and error with different things, and I've experienced a lot, and I do think that I've found a lot of things that can help me, and maybe, you know, they can help a viewer out there. And I hope that when I make these videos, they come from a more kind of loving, helpful way and not a preachy way, because that's definitely not the type of videos I want to make. I gravitate towards the type of videos that are vulnerable, you know, people sharing human aspects of their life, you know, because there's so much fake things out there, fake content, that we all tend to compare our behind the scenes to everybody else's highlight reels, and that's just not reality. And it really makes a lot of people depressed and worked up and stressed out. A lot of the reason I haven't posted a lot in the past couple years is because sometimes I sit around and I wait till I have all of the answers to start. I wait till I have it all figured out. And no one ever has all the answers, and no one ever has it all figured out. Imposter syndrome is an interesting phrase. And it's also funny to me when I hear celebrities, people that are extremely successful, say that they still deal with imposter syndrome.
I have this imposter syndrome.
Trust me, internally, there's loads of that, like, imposter syndrome going on.
I have huge imposter syndrome.
I feel like I'll always have imposter syndrome.
Severe imposter syndrome. I've had that so many times in my life.
Yeah, I struggle with imposter syndrome, but that stuff never goes away.
In every movie I've ever done is like, am I going to be able to do this?
Sometimes when you get to a certain level, or you are sharing certain thoughts, and it just really makes you feel like you're not capable of doing so. I make a lot of these videos basically for myself. I'm almost talking to myself. Sometimes when I'm going through a rough time, I put on one of my old videos and I try to go back to that time, and I'm like, Jordan, take your own freaking advice, man. Like, this is what you need. You're talking to yourself. Like, it kind of reminds me of comedians. I've seen interviews where comedians say that when they're writing jokes, they don't write for the audience. They are trying to make themselves laugh. They write what they think is funny, and if they think it's funny, then hopefully it resonates and makes an audience laugh as well. I've heard Johnny Knoxville talk about Jackass and how when the crew writes skits or stunts, they're not writing them for the audience. They're trying to make each other laugh, trying to pull pranks on each other, and resonates with them and it makes them laugh and they're having a good time. Then hopefully it resonates on screen and the audience laughs and has a good time as well. Kind of how I'm going into these videos. I'm sharing my human experience of what I've gone through and things that have helped me, and hopefully if they can help other people or things resonate with other people, then that's great. People are going to know more than me. People are going to have more experience than me. But then I might also be a little bit ahead of somebody else and could share some of my experience with them, and it might help them. Try to wait until we have it all figured out. Wait forever, because nobody ever has it all figured out. Try to wait till we have all the answers. We're never gonna progress because nobody ever has all the answers. In so many videos, and I've even made a video myself about just starting. Start when you're not ready. It's the perfectionism that holds so many people back. So many people, mainly, myself in my own world. So much of my life, I've experienced this feeling and this thought that everybody knows everything and I know nothing. Every time I go into a new job, a new scenario, I'm around a new group of people, I always just diminish myself. I don't know why. I always feel like everybody knows more than I do. Everybody's more experienced than I am. Everybody's got it more figured out than I am, and I do. And the older I get, the more I realize that is just complete and utter bullshit. It's just not reality. Experienced so many little things throughout my 30s recently that have just completely contradicted that statement. One of my old therapists used to tell me a lot about basing life off of evidence. Just put so many thoughts in my head when the evidence wasn't backing it up. So I've tried to change my life to living more based on evidence. Example, that person doesn't like me. How do you know? Did they tell you they don't like you? No. Well, then you don't know that. You don't know. I mean, simple as that. You don't. If there's no evidence to show that that person doesn't like you, then you have no basis to go off of. This video isn't perfect enough. Says who? Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence this video isn't perfect enough? Who's labeling it as perfect or not? No one? Okay. Then make the video. Post it. There is no perfect video. Like, those might not be the best examples I just threw off the top of my head, but you get where I'm going. The more we kind of base our life off of evidence, you'll realize you make a lot of bullshit nonsense up in your head, and really there's no ground to stand on. We now have to navigate through releasing those toxic thoughts. So as I've been dealing with this a lot the past week, I have been doing some research on imposter syndrome, and I've found some things that I've just implemented very subtly and already noticed that they're starting to help me. Some things to do when that imposter syndrome is rising up that I'm going to start implementing in my life every day. And if you think that it's something that can help you as well, then you can try it along with me. These are going to be really easy, really quick, really easy things. Number one, when you're noticing that feeling, such as like when I'm making a video and I'm talking about something that I feel fake about, or, don't feel that it's something I should be talking about, notice it and just label it. Say, this is the imposter syndrome. This is not reality. This is my brain talking to me. This is the imposter syndrome talking to me. This is not reality. Where's the evidence? Feelings don't equal facts. I also saw this when I was researching this, and it said imposter syndrome just means you're leveling up. And I thought that was pretty cool. Number two, list 3 quick bullet points. What are 3 things I can actually do well? 2 problems I've recently solved for others. Can be really, really small things. And 1 result that I've actually produced. I sent 1 DM to a potential client. I posted a video last week. That's a result. Number 3, some questions to ask yourself. If you were a complete beginner, do you know what I know? Yes or no? Could I help someone who's a step behind me with the knowledge that I have today? Not the people that you may aspire to be like, but could I potentially help somebody that is a step behind me, where you maybe were a year ago? Whether that's with life experience, a job, a relationship. The more life goes on, the more experience we have. The more you try, the more experience you have. So maybe somebody who hasn't tried a lot could use your advice. And have I done this at least once before? If the answer is yes, great, you qualify. If no, have I done something similar to this? Is this something that's been on my mind for a while? Even if it's the first time you've ever given something a go, there's still no evidence that you shouldn't do it or shouldn't give it a try, or don't have the capabilities to bring something good to the world. You don't need mastery to provide value. You just need usable competence. Or shrink the action. Instead of labeling things as these giant big picture things, as I was talking about in my last video, such as I'm going to be a full-time content creator. I'm going to launch my brand on January 1st. Labeling things in such a big way puts a lot of overwhelm and stress on yourself. Instead, just break it down. I'm going to send one DM. I'm going to film for 1 hour. I'm going to export this video. I'm going to post this video. These are things that are relatable to me. Find the things that are relatable to you and break those things down. One thing I read is that when you move from emotional doubt to behavioral action, that's what brings upon confidence. The weird thing that's taking me a long time to learn is that confidence is not produced beforehand. It comes after the action already has started. Because once you get through it, then you believe, yeah, I just did it. I know I can do it. And then your confidence builds up. So that the next time you do that thing, it's easier. And then the next time it's even easier. Then the next time it's even easier. Your confidence builds the more that you do it, not the more you think about being confident beforehand. If you think there's something that can help you as well, give it a try and let me know in the comments how it's working out. Thanks for listening along, and imposter syndrome. Let's go out there and do some shit. Peace out.